Hello. Okay. Should be good. Cicadas are chirping. Hi, my name's Aaron. This is another tutorial, a song somebody had requested, another Shakey Graves song called Not Everything Grows, off his newest album, I believe. If I remember correctly, it might have been an EP or something. Either way, it's a good song. I had listened to it before, never learned it on guitar, so I kind of noodled around with it and figured out, I think, how to play it. I'm not totally sure if this is how Shakey plays it. I kind of watched some of him just doing stuff live, because I was doing it in like a really, really strange tuning and was kind of figuring it out. And then I looked at him and he looks like he's in more of an open tuning. It's not exactly open, like an open major tuning. Usually he's a big fan of open D. So I went there. And then, that one part, that is very low, very low. So I went lower, and eventually found that even it's weird. It's in what I think is a open minor tuning, and you can kind of do it in whatever tuning you want. But I think to get that really snappy, percussive sounding bass string, you need to be in at least open C sharp minor. I'm in open C minor, and that essentially is C, where your E string usually is. And I'm going to refer to the string names as what they normally would be, because I find that just to be a little less confusing, like if it's in standard. But what it's tuned to is C, where your E, low E is, G, where your A is, C, where your higher D string is, E flat on your G string, which is a really low, that's a lot lower than normal, and G again, where your B string usually is, and C, where your high E string is. Gives you a minor chord, a C minor chord, when it's open, so gives you that really percussive low string, because there's not a lot of tension on the guitar right now, I can imagine. I mean, that's a lot of tension to take off the guitar, so. So, the beginning, that like little lick there, is just, you kind of hit your open strings. That I wouldn't go much far. I mean, you can hit all of them. I wouldn't get these top three in there though. But if you can hit your top three bass strings, or top three or low three strings, and you're kind of just hitting one string when you're actually fretting something. But you essentially just go open, 3rd fret, 5th fret of your E string, your low E string, which is tuned to C. Doing some bending here on the 5th fret. At one point he's doing more of like a wiggle, and then one's just like a half step bend up. So yeah, that's like the whole first part. And you can use like the string that you're using to fret whatever fret you're on to mute the rest, because you don't need any other strings really. So kind of just not necessarily bar it, but let it lay across your strings that you're not playing, so that they're not ringing out when you don't want them to. And that's the beginning. I just learned this song today, so go ahead and try to cut me some slack. But here, you're just doing you're going to use your 2 C strings as your bass notes, and kind of alternate those with your thumb, and another thing that he's doing here, I think throughout the entire song, is palm muting. So make sure your, especially your bass strings, make sure your right hand is kind of resting against almost your bridge, like a little in front of your bridge, so you get that instead of. Mic is hot. Yeah. And then so what you're fretting is your pointer finger is going to be on the 7th fret of your high E string, tuned to C, and your middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of your B string, which is tuned to G. You just kind of hit those notes and listen to the song, because that'll give you a good idea of when to hit the notes when. Then you're moving that down, keeping the same bass notes, but your pointer finger is going to move down to the 3rd fret of your E string, tuned to C, and your ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, or pinky, whatever, is going to be on the 5th fret of your B string, that's tuned to G. Next chord, you got your everything's on the 3rd fret. Your pointer finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of your A string, which is tuned to G. Your middle finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of your C string, tuned to your higher C string, which is usually tuned to D. Your E flat string's open. Your ring finger is on the 3rd fret of your B string, which is tuned to G, and then you're kind of doing a lick here, so I'll show you that. Born a diamond. So you're just going third fret B string, open E string, which is tuned to C. So 3rd fret B string tuned to G, open C string, which is open E string, which is tuned to C, and then 3rd fret of that E string, and 5th fret. So. Coming up here to this interesting shape. Your middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of your A string. Your pointer finger is going to be back on the 7th fret of your D string, your higher D string, tuned to C. And your pinky is going to be on the 9th fret of your E flat string, or your G string, which is tuned to E flat. And your ring finger is going to be on the 8th fret of your B string, which is tuned to G. And then you just kind of go back to I'm not totally used to these chord shapes yet, so and then for the sadly, you're just doing like it's like an A minor shape. Your pointer finger is on the 1st fret of your B string, your ring finger is on the 2nd fret of your G string, and then your middle finger is on the 2nd fret of your D string, which is a straight up A minor. It's just not going to be an A minor because we're in an open tuning, but it's an A minor shape. If you're familiar with the open A minor chord, and he's hammering on that first fret, the B string, where your pointer finger's at. Sadly, not everything goes. That's like the whole song, and then there are some like instrumental intermissions, I guess, where he's switching from. That's my stomach. That A minor shape up to just kind of have to fret your 5th fret low C string or low E string, and then you can kind of play around with the notes. Try to play notes that are in key. Or don't. And yeah, I'll let you figure that out, because that's really, I think I only saw him do that when he was playing it live, and it's looks like it's pretty improvised anyway. But essentially what you're doing is just switching from this chord. And you can do the 3rd fret too. The 3rd fret of your E string too, and you're just kind of going back and forth. And if you're more familiar with the song, better at analyzing it than I am, it'll probably, you can figure it out. This was just kind of like a rough, this is what I learned from one day of trying to learn it. Like the whole song, and I'm still not perfect at playing it, obviously, because it's a weird song in a weird tuning, some weird shapes. But yeah, hopefully that'll help give you like a template of, I think, how the song is played. Definitely a way to play it. Maybe not perfectly as Shakey does, but yeah. Hope that helps, and hope whoever requested this finds some use from it. But yeah, it's a great song. Shakey Graves, as always, he's the best. Poster. There. But yeah. Anything else that I forgot, or if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask me in the comments, or I don't think you can message people on YouTube, but do whatever, get a hold of me. But yeah, hope that helps. Have a good one. Whoops.